Medevac 921 Echo Whiskey, right turn heading 140, 5,000 feet. Clear for takeoff, runway 8 right.
This may be the sweetest sound to the family of a sick child, when time is of the essence and the challenge is the distance to much needed medical help. Emergency airlift is what will make a difference.
So in the past, when we had a critically ill patient at Kapiolani, we would have to make several phone calls to air ambulance providers on the mainland to see who was available and when they could position themselves here in Honolulu, which can be up to 24 hours or 5 to 7 days.
It's now possible to transport a critically ill patient within 24 hours with an emergency airlift aircraft now positioned on Oahu and able to serve Hawaii and the Pacific Rim. Today's blessing ceremony welcomed the new air ambulance provider to the islands and marked the partnership with Kapiolani Medical Center for Women and Children. Together, this ensures life-saving services for critically ill patients and their families who need medical attention either to and from the neighbor islands or transport to the mainland. This Falcon 50 has a range of more than 3,600 miles, seats 2 crew and 9 passengers.
And the fact that it has a stand-up bathroom and a stand-up cabin, that we can serve hot meal services on these really long flights and keep our crews hydrated and nourished is important, because if you have, my motto at the company is you have to take care of those who's taking care of others. And so if they're not on their game, dealing with critical drips, temperatures, oxygen dilutions and things like that, how can they be on their, they need to be comfortable.
Kapiolani's critical care transport program for neonatal and pediatric patients, the only program of its kind in the state, supports between 450 to 500 transports a year. The critical care team includes doctors, nurses, and respiratory therapists trained specifically on neonatal and pediatric transport medicine.
You're looking after those micro premature babies that are born often at like 5 months. The mom may deliver. So you've got these very, very tiny babies. And then as well, we're taking care of patients that are all the way up to, say, our big Samoan 18-year-old boys, right? So they're seeing the gamut of all these age groups, as well as all of the specialty equipment that we need for each of those populations to give them the very best care.
Ashlyn Bannister's family can attest to that. Ashlyn, now 11 years old, is happy and 100% healthy, thanks to the life-saving flight that transported her to Seattle Children's Hospital for intensive cardiac treatment 10 months ago.
Her heart stopped twice while she was in the ER. So Dr. Garcia informed me that it's not asthma. There's something wrong with her heart.
Ashlyn was diagnosed with myocarditis and was on life support during her flight to the Northwest.
Having this type of service in Hawaii is super important, because without it, she wouldn't be standing here today.
And with this winged addition to the team, there should be even more stories with happy, healthy endings taking flight.